JT, I want to ask you, were an extremely successful college quarterback, but throughout this process, obviously, you've had considerable mess-ups. What has that been like to deal with?
I don't know. I mean, honestly, people have their opinions about who fits better in the NFL, and that's fine. And I haven't paid much attention to it, honestly. I mean, one of the things I can do is present JT Barrett the best he could be. Being here, a great opportunity I have here to showcase my skills, and just focus on things I can control.
What have you been working on the most since the season ended?
I'd probably say footwork. That'd probably be one of the top things. Didn't get a lot of snaps under center in college, so being able to make that transition to the NFL, a lot of footwork stuff, timing, things like that.
On conference calls, I've asked Mike Mayock and Mel Kiper about you, what they think of you. They say the intangibles are great leader, great character. The question whether you have NFL talent. What do you say to that?
I don't know. I really don't have an answer for that. I don't know. It's be myself. I mean, that's who I am at the end of the day is JT Barrett. So try to show the 32 teams, reasons why they should draft me, and I think with my skills, I'll be able to do that.
What is it that you think people will see about you tomorrow? What are the things that you can control, that you can showcase?
Yeah, so with the different drills, go out there and go through the drills well, the combine drills, and also the quarterback drills, and then throwing the football. Go out there and throw the football well. These are receivers that don't have time with, so anticipation, that's part of it, and just complete the football.
You had a good week of practice at the Shrine game. What was the biggest takeaway you had from the week of working down there?
I mean, it was just a great experience overall. It was a great opportunity with people down there, with the Shriners. So with that, I'll probably say the takeaway was, in that short span of time, understanding a portion of the NFL offense, the verbiage, going in there trying to get the guys commanding the huddle, all those different things, I think helped me grow at that East West Shrine game.
When you've met with teams, what has been the biggest question they've asked of you, and how have you responded to that question?
Biggest question? I don't know. I've asked a lot of big questions on me in those meetings. They want to know what I know as far as my offense at Ohio State, and so with that, I feel like I have a great grasp of what we did at Ohio State. So I'm just showcasing my knowledge of what we did.
How much do you think having those 4 years of playing experience helps you as you prepare to take this next step in your game?
Yeah, I think Coach Meyer, my position, coaches I had at Ohio State, put me in a great position to be here today. Whether it be the knowledge of the game and being a student of the game and understanding football, to even the guys I went against, you talk about, I was in there with Cardell Braxton and Kenny G at one point, you know what I'm saying? And then constantly competing with the guys that are behind me there. So it was constant competition at Ohio State. So I mean, I think, like I said, the things I mentioned as far as being prepared for that game, I think that helped me in the past 4 years.
How much faith do you have that you can be a successful NFL quarterback?
How much faith I have in myself? I have some confidence. I mean, I think, I don't know, I'm not the type to voice it. I want to showcase it on the field, so with that, that's what I plan to do. And I think I did a good job preparing and trying to be ready for this moment, so I have confidence in myself.
And where have you been training?
I was in Orlando with Tom Shaw at ESPN Worldwide Sports.
Now that you've dug into that NFL playbook, how different is it from what you were doing?
I think that a lot of our concepts were the same. There was just more verbiage to it. So, for example, we had a player at Ohio State would be one word, and whereas the concept of the NFL might be telling 3 people what to do, but it's the same play.
JT, this is 1 year.
Yeah, no NFL team asked me if I was to play a different position. It's all been about quarterback.
Jackson changed positions.
Was I surprised that they asked Lamar Jackson? Absolutely. I mean, I don't know. I think we all watched football and saw that man. he's dangerous at the QB position. So I think he should stay there.
What do you play 1 year or 10 years in the NFL? What's next for you after that?
I don't know. Right now, not really sure. I'm putting everything I got in this dream that I've had in the NFL. But I think after football, I'm gonna have success in what I do.
How much did you follow Pat Elflein's career with the Vikings?
Yeah, that's my man, Big Daddy Pat. That's my guy.
What impressed you about him at Ohio State?
Pat was a selfless guy. I mean, he was constantly all about the team. Me and him will have great conversations about how we can help, our offense be the best offense it could be, especially in his last year in 2016. He's one of the, you think about God great. You think about him, the things he did at Ohio State, and I got to call him one of my teammates.
JT, I'm curious.
You said people have their opinions about what kind of quarterback is best in an NFL system. Do you think have you seen a bias against option quarterbacks like you and Lamar, who they've asked to be wide receiver?
Yeah, I don't understand what's an option quarterback. What's that?
The spread, however you term it, spread quarterback, a quarterback who played in a system where he had to run a lot like you did.
Yeah, I don't know. I think there's a lot that goes into that. I'm not going to talk about it because I don't know, I guess.
JT, I'm curious. Ryan Day was elevated to offensive coordinator along with Kevin Wilson. What do you think of that? How do you think that's going to work?
I don't know. Coach Day and Coach Wilson, they'll make it work. We were successful this past year, and I think they're going to do a great job of those minds bouncing off each other. I don't know how to say be the best they could be.
And how much curiosity is there about your successor and how that will play out?
They got some good quarterbacks out of Ohio State. I think they're going to battle it out, and I think the next person is going to do a great job for Ohio State.
Is it a little weird not to be the center of attention here, to kind of have the center of attention be over there after everything at Ohio State?
No, I'm good.
What's some of your strengths that you take to the next level and maybe leads you to work guys?
Yeah, so good strengths of being able to extend plays, have the ability to run the ball, not just standing in the pocket like a light post. So I'm going to move around, be able to make throws on the run, elevate the game with people around me. And then things I'm working on is, like I said, constantly working my feet. I think when you look at great throws, you first starting off with footwork. I don't think that's highlighted a lot when you look at that. And then you talk about somebody's arm, but at first you have to have your feet in place to go make those throws. So I'm working on that constantly.
Who do you think is going to be your successor? Do you think it's going to be Dwayne, and what does he do well if he is the guy?
I'm not sure if it's going to be Dwayne, Joe, or Tate. Honestly, I mean, I'm going to follow it. It's spring practice with the Buckeyes, so I'm probably going to know more than I do.
Do you think you're from just being a full-time football player, being able to just kind of attack that all day, every day?
Yeah, I think that's going to be a bonus, especially playing quarterback. I think really, when you think about it, it's almost like you can't do enough. Constantly working on something, your mind, mentally. So I think with that, I always have time for football. I mean, it is my job to be there and doing extra things to make sure I'm prepared to go out there and play.
JT, you're a native Texan. Obviously, a lot of people know about the path you took to get to Ohio State. How close it was, you might have even done this. Obviously, the relationship with Tom Herman. What do you think about him as a coach gives you sort of the inside track to know where that program is headed as far as its success?
Yeah, I think completely as a Texas, Coach Herman. Coach Herman is a great coach. I think he does a great job motivating people. And he's a great mind of offense, and I think he is going to put people in place for their guys going to be successful. Like I said, we put a lot of money towards Texas being successful.
What about the time that you spent with him? Maybe a favorite memory that really gave you an idea of just what kind of a man, molder, and coach that he is?
Yeah, I'll probably say it was the private times we had. I'm not going too much into it, but I mean, he was a tough coach. I mean, he got after you a little bit, but he also showed how much he cared about you. And then away from the field, he also was there to listen to you and take you in and treat you like he was your child. So that, I think, meant a lot to me as a young guy that he was there.
How much pride do you take in the fact that you had so much success against your rival, and what do you think is the state of the rivalry between the Buckeyes and Wolverines?
Yeah, I'm really glad that we didn't lose against those guys. So I think it's, I mean, that rivalry is always going to be there. I don't think it ever burns out, that fire that we have between those guys, not just teams but fans. And to say that I was part of teams where we didn't lose means a lot to me.
JT, how's your knee? Did you have anything else done with your knee, or is that good?
Yeah, my knee's doing well. Last thing was hurt before we played the Big Ten Championship here in Indy, but it's been good.
JT, if your first role in the NFL is as a backup, how would you kind of embrace that?
I mean, you got to prepare like your starter. So if I'm backing somebody up, I mean, it takes one play for something to go wrong, and you have to be in that game, and you have to go win the game. And so I'm preparing like I'm a starter each and every week to make sure I'm just at my best.
As a kid from Texas to now to Ohio, how has that development as you as a man and just leaving home to come to a new foreign land?
Yeah, so I went a little bit of ways from home, but I think it was a great thing for me. My family's always supported me in the decisions that I chose to make, but also, like I said, Coach Meyer and the people he has there, the support staff, they helped me grow up quickly. And so with that, like I said, being away from home and I was by myself a lot of the times, I was able to grow up and lean on the people that he had there, place at Ohio State, and ultimately made me the person I am today.
JT, have you been in touch much with Braxton and Cardale as you've gone through this process?
My man Cardale, I talk to him on a weekly basis, probably every 2 days. Cardale's calling my phone. And so I talked to him, and then I talked to Braxton back in Columbus one time.
Any specific advice that those guys have given you?
I think one of the main things is just enjoy it. Don't let it stress you out. I think a lot of this is can kind of weigh on you mentally, not so much physically. So with that, just enjoy it and be yourself.
As someone who may have to wait a little bit to find out where you're going to play draft weekend, how important has it been to kind of really push on the opportunity and not just working out, but with teams also, that all you want is just an opportunity, someone to just believe in you on draft weekend?
I feel like, I mean, if you're going in the first round or you're going in the 7th round, I think that's at the end of the day, that's what you want, right? So you need one opportunity to go showcase who you are as a football player and as a person. So, like I said, I just need one opportunity, one team to believe in me, and go show them who I am.
Do you have a goal or an expectation of maybe what round you'll go?
Not really. I mean, wherever that is, I'm not putting too much thought up on it, understanding that that's not when the work stops, you know? So I think there's a lot of hype into, the draft and where guys go, and I think that's very important, but also too, understand that's where the work begins. You got to go out there and make sure you make that 53-man roster when that time comes.
All right, thanks, JT.
Thank you, JT.
Yep.